also further reinforced the fear of an increasingly powerful Germany filled with Anglophobic citizens. A bit further on, he claimed that he personally had provided Queen Victoria with a detailed battle plan after a series of British defeats against the Boers in 1899, which would later turn the tide. And, as a matter of curious coincidence, let me add that the plan which I formulated ran very much on the same lines as that which was actually adopted by Lord Roberts and carried by him into successful operation. Was that, I repeat, an act of one who wished England ill? Not only was this complete nonsense, but it also insinuated that the British forces desperately needed strategic advice from Kaiser Wilhelm. Finally, Wilhelm argued that the German naval program was not actually directed against Britain, but against Japan and China. For that reason only, Germany must have a powerful fleet. It may even be that England herself will be glad that Germany has a fleet when they speak together on the same side in the great debates of the future. Keep in mind that Japan was Britain's ally at the time, and it seemed pretty obvious that it was a futile attempt to drive a wedge between the two of them. In Germany, the interview caused a deep political crisis. The Dutch diplomat in Berlin wrote, "The press of all parties has never attacked the person of the monarch so vehemently." Hildegard von Spitzenberg, the owner of a political salon in Berlin, wrote, "The Kaiser is ruining our political position and making us the laughing stock of the world." The outrage wasn't just restricted to a small circle of the societal elite, however. In German newspapers of all political ideologies, the statements that the Kaiser made were absolutely torn apart. The Social Democratic Party, or the Vorwärts, condemned the atrocious incompetence that accompanied Wilhelm's foreign policy strategy. He wanted to present himself as a friend of England only a few years after congratulating the Boer leader on his victory. The nationalist press, on the other hand, was appalled by Wilhelm's claim that he had devised a grand plan for the British to crush the Boers in their war. The Rheinisch-Westfälische Zeitung wrote, "The soul of the German nation will be deeply wounded by the knowledge that its Kaiser worked up a war plan with which to annihilate the valiant Boers, a people of a kindred race." Was the Emperor also a party to the plan by which 30,000 Boer farms were destroyed and plundered, and the women and children placed in deadly concentration camps? The liberal satirical newspaper, Simplicissimus, published a cartoon on its front page, making a mockery of the Kaiser's bold claim. It depicts a meeting between the ghosts of Queen Victoria and Paul Kruger. In it, Queen Victoria says, "Kruger, I can now tell you that the plan was his." Kruger responds by saying, "Then we know why you botched it so badly." Wilhelm's statement that most Germans were Anglophobes also caused some uproar. The Social Democratic newspaper stated that the Kaiser was misinformed because German workers held a lively proletarian solidarity with their British comrades. The liberal politician Theodor Barth wrote an article in the Manchester Guardian saying that he had not the slightest doubt that an enormous majority of our people would vote for England if a public poll about which country Germans like best took place. These are some great examples that demonstrate just how mass media was just starting to influence German public opinion at that time. Because of the increase in literacy in Germany, the advancement of technology and the growing interest in political affairs, newspapers had become a mass medium in the late 19th century. Historians estimate that in 1906, around 25 million newspapers were sold daily in a country of around 60 million inhabitants, most of whom were minors.
There's something you don't see very often.
But it also created an atmosphere where political scandals could thrive. In the early years of his rule, the Kaiser
Under the bleachers, boom, break your ass.
In the public spotlight as often as he could. He loved speaking in front of big groups of people and liked to show off his perfect mustache and his straight posture. Wilhelm was well known for his strong voice, his largely improvised speeches, and his imaginative metaphors. After a speech in front of the Brandenburg Provincial Council in the late 1890s, Wilhelm's best friend Philipp zu Eulenburg told him, "Your Majesty's great eloquence and manner exert a captivating influence on the audience and those present. As the attitude among the Brandenburgers after your Majesty's speech..."
Did you leave a like?
Of course, his speeches were printed in the German newspapers, which only helped to spread their popularity. Wilhelm's role as a public speaker took a massive hit in 1900, however. During his infamous Hun speech, the Kaiser encouraged the embarking German soldiers, who were about to leave for China, to show no mercy in the crushing of the Boxer rebellion. He had gone too far this time, and he was
Interpretive
criticized for it in the
dance.
press. In the end, the leaders of the ruling party in the Reichstag and the Chancellor
I don't think
urged
so.
him to show more restraint when it came to public speaking. His reputation never really recovered afterwards, and his public appearances were getting increasingly rare. In 1908, the Kaiser once again found himself under fire from the press, and the words were getting increasingly harsh. Over the course of the Daily Telegraph crisis, Kaiser Wilhelm only made matters worse for himself by staunchly ignoring everything that was going on and by pretending like everything was normal. Instead of publicly addressing the issue, he decided to go on a 2-week hunting trip to Austria and Donaueschingen. Meanwhile, in Berlin, the Reichstag also didn't hold back on the criticism. At a 2-day session on the 10th and the 11th of November 1908, one politician after another denounced the perceived self-rule of the Kaiser. The national liberal politician Ernst Bassermann demanded safe guarantees against the intervention of the Kaiser in politics. No more personal moods and impulses, no more temperamental rallies, no more policies of excessive friendliness and slaps in the face. Otto Wiemer from the Free-Minded People's Party said, "What moves the German people today stirs their deepest souls.
What
It's
stirs
the
your
realization that
movements?
This personal regiment exists to such an extent and is exercised in such a way that it is neither in harmony with the monarchical nor with the interests of the state. Least of all are impulsive expressions of monarchical subjectivism, such as
What the
emotion
fuck
and
is
suddenness
this
appropriate
thing?
in the
It's
fields
Dory,
of
guys.
policy. The Kaiser
You
was
know her.
frequently accused of actively damaging Germany's international reputation with his
You know.
attempt to win over the British public in the least thoughtful way possible. He and his spontaneous, often irrational
She's digging
nature
for
were increasingly
gold.
seen as the main reason for Germany's isolated position in 1908. One politician who also spoke on that day was none other than the Chancellor Bernhard von Bülow, who had been in power since 1900. And all he wanted to do was to remove all responsibility from himself, no matter the cost. As it turns out, the
Do I look
main culprit
furry?
behind the Daily Telegraph
Do I
crisis
look like I
wasn't
have
actually
fur?
Kaiser Wilhelm, but rather Chancellor Bülow himself. To better understand his role, we have to turn back time a few weeks. On the 28th of September, General Edward Montagu Stuart Wortley sent his finished manuscript of the article that was to be published to Kaiser Wilhelm, who had been on a hunting trip in East Prussia at the time. In turn,
Oh no,
Wilhelm
Dory's got my
forwarded
finger.
the text to Chancellor Bülow for review. He was on a holiday on the North Sea island of Norderney. Apparently, Bülow saw nothing wrong with the text, or didn't want to spend his precious time on Norderney with proofreading the interview, and he swiftly approved it and forwarded it to the Foreign Ministry. There, small changes were made, but ultimately the text got approved. The media storm following the interview caught Bülow by surprise. He swiftly invented a lie and simply claimed that he had never read the interview and that it was all the Foreign Ministry's fault. Had he known of the article in advance, he would never have published it, he claimed. Whether he had actually read it or not is impossible to say in retrospect. It would be strange,
think
however,
you're
if the
doing?
Chancellor simply ignored such an important document. So it could simply have been a case of sloppiness, but it probably wasn't. There
What are
is
you
reason to
doing?
assume that he knew of the contents. After sending it to the Foreign Office for inspection, a junior diplomat called Reinhold Klimit inspected the interview and sent it back to Bülow in Norderney for a final look. We know that Bülow would later dictate the proposed changes to a German diplomat, so he must surely have known something. And Bülow also knew of the significance of the Kaiser's speeches. Only weeks prior, he had sent a letter to the Kaiser's close associate, Rudolf von Valentini, in which he stressed the importance of making sure that Wilhelm exclusively stuck to a pre-written speech while touring Alsace-Lorraine. So, in light of all this was either a case of severe negligence and deviously to undermine the reputation of the Kaiser, probably a mix of both. When the Daily Telegraph crisis started and when the press began to demand Bülow's resignation, the Chancellor slowly turned the blame away from him towards the Kaiser. Among the German ministers and the nobility, Bülow still enjoyed a good reputation, and the conservative and the liberal parties of the Reichstag still trusted him. At the Reichstag session on the 10th and the 11th of November, most criticisms were directed against the Kaiser and not against the Chancellor. Bülow himself only gave a half-hearted defense of the Kaiser and stayed silent when the parliamentarians tore him apart. He said that the events of the past days would lead His Majesty the Kaiser to continue to show restraint in private conversations, which is equally indispensable in the interests of a unified policy and for the authority of the Crown. Ultimately, Bülow emerged triumphantly from the Reichstag session. He had increased his power base in the public eye and isolated the Kaiser. Understandably, Wilhelm was furious and immediately ordered Bülow to Donaueschingen, where he had been staying. Valentini wrote
Oh,
that
it's a
during
big
the meeting,
black
the Kaiser
bunny.
had tears of
Hello,
pain
Mr.
and
Bunny.
disappointment when Chancellor's passivity when the Reichstag politicians lashed out against His Highness.
Oh, it's a dog.
Bülow could have defended him,
It's a
but
dog.
he didn't.
Hello.
Wilhelm felt betrayed, and rightfully so. For the time being, Wilhelm didn't fire his Chancellor, but the trust between the two had been irrevocably destroyed. Later, the Kaiser publicly declared that he would be more reserved in the future and would no longer interfere in foreign matters of the German Empire. In July 1909, Bülow resigned after he had lost the support of the liberals and the conservatives, and when his proposed tax reform was denied by the Reichstag. So, ultimately, the Daily Telegraph commotion wasn't even worth it. To see just how much of a mockery the Kaiser became in the German public, we can look at an article written by Maximilian Harden, one of the most famous journalists of his time. Wilhelm II, who came to the Hohenzollern throne 40 years after the revolution and was not a monarch in the empire, never did anything useful for the nation and yet demanded the highest honor for his will. Now he is reaping the harvest. If it is possible for him, after all that has happened, he will keep the crown on his fine head. But never again must the fate of the German Empire, of German humanity, hang on his fine will. You can't really help but feel sorry for Wilhelm. For 2 weeks, the Kaiser suffered from a psychic and nervous depression, and his self-esteem took a serious hit. He would never return back to his old self. Gone were the days of passionate speeches and confident public appearings. He mostly kept a low profile until the start of the First World War. And the whole crisis wasn't even his fault, truth be told. Granted, what he said in the Daily Telegraph article was utterly unreflected and borderline moronic. Furthermore, his refusal to publicly address the scandal and his decision to simply embark on a nice hunting trip also only made things worse for himself. Ultimately, he did everything else right. He had stuck to the constitutional rules and sent the manuscript to the Royal for inspection. And doubly sure that everything was good to go. Wilhelm also fell victim to a common tendency at the time that the Kaiser often received the blame for complex issues in the German government. In this case, he was seen as the main reason for the bad relations between Britain and Germany, and the main culprit behind the country's isolation. Of course, this is nonsense.
Everybody
but
pull on
he
your
was
ear,
an easy
guys.
target. Finally, I
Oh,
want to quickly
God, so
discuss how the Daily
good.
Telegraph article was seen in Britain. In the Foreign Office, the way Germany was seen often depended on the Kaiser's public personality. Wilhelm was perceived as erratic, eccentric, unreflective, and prone to sudden decision-making. In general, there was no outrage when the Daily Telegraph article was published, but rather pity and annoyance. The Foreign Secretary, Edward Grey, for instance, just said, "I am very tired of the Emperor. He is like a great battleship with steam up and screws going, but no rudder, and you cannot tell what he will run into or what catastrophe he will cause." This attitude was further reinforced when news of a second, unpublished interview the Kaiser had granted to an American journalist called William Bayard Hale in summer 1908 became known. In it, Wilhelm erupted into one of his famous rants in which he went on about how Britain and the British were waging a war against God, and in which he showed his contempt for the country for 2 hours. As was typical with Wilhelm, his words are not meant to be taken personally. He oftentimes couldn't control himself and struggled deeply with making up his mind on any given subject. So a statement in the Daily Telegraph where he claimed to be a friend of England seemed hypocritical and hard to believe. When looking at the mess that the crisis caused in Germany, the British Foreign Office saw this as further proof for Germany's instability and unreliability. Ultimately, it's fair to say that Wehrheim's interview in Highcliffe Castle didn't significantly worsen the relations between Germany and Britain. His explosiveness was mostly restricted to Germany itself, and the other European powers didn't take it very personally. Still, it was seen as a further sign of Germany's unreliability, and it certainly didn't do much to improve Germany's diplomatic standing. Anyway, that's all for today. As always, a big Dankeschön for watching, and I hope you liked the video and learned something useful. If you did, a like and a subscribe would be much appreciated. I would like to give a huge and heartfelt shout out to my kind supporters over on Ko-Fi. A Cup of Tea, Christian Kriegsmann, Ryan Layton, Philipp Machewka, the Grand Duke of Sealand, Luca Drohle, Wienweh, and Nico. You are absolutely phenomenal. Have a very nice day and see you next time.
One drip. Bro, if you like ass, leave a comment when the show's over. If you like ass. Good line. Good line. Noise. How about some radio? One like? Only one like? Nice.
Around the country, and they're like, well, I'm going to do this until like I'm 64 or something like that, and I'm done. Oh. I have no plan. I go talking. I have no plan. You retire from a job like this. It's an easy job. I mean, it's, all you have to show up, which, by the way, Coop didn't, by the way, but thanks to Patrick, who is here, doing a great job. And that's the worst when the guy that's supposed to be here doesn't show up, and then Patrick has to stay and hang around. You probably had plans, Patrick. Are you supposed to do something?
I mean, the only extra plan was maybe an extra hour slave, but hey, you know what? Sleeps for the week.
That's right.
I'm here for the boys and girls. Let's go.
See that, Eddie? He's here for the boys and girls. Dedicated. That's right there. You really had no choice, right? You were told to stay.
I mean, honestly, listen, if I'm going to be staying a little extra, what better than staying with you guys?
Oh, look at that. You missed a spot. I think you missed that. See that? That's respect right there from Pat.
You guys are entertaining. I like it.
All right, Mark the Walker says, replace your tires already. All right, no fun. Brian says, Celtics better get it done tonight and clinch at home, or these Mallard clone Boston fans will riot and turn on each other and be quite the sight there in Everett. Yeah, because fans never fight. After drinking for 3 hours, they never fight. King Rory writes and says, how I see it, Charles Barkley has two choices. He can join the NHL on TNT broadcast. Yeah,
little too much.
Yeah, he loves hockey and all that. It says, boost the ratings, says King Rory, of comedy relief, or just like Ozzy star in his own reality show. I think those are still a thing. We want to watch Barkley live his daily life. Well, Charles Barkley would not want that. Why would
Charles
Barkley
is on the
want
way to
that?
Lake
No
Tahoe?
way. So we're not. Let's go to the phones and we'll say hello to, let's see here, Mighty Mo. Let's pick a call. Let's say hello to Weed Man Hippie, who's back. He was not there. Talk about not showing up to work. Weed Man, we're not paying you for last week, Weed Man in Miami. We're not paying you.
I'm so sorry. I was in jail.
Not again!
Unbelievable. You know what?
What happened? What were you in jail for this time?
Was sleeping exactly where I've been sleeping for a year.
So all of a sudden they decided that that's it. We got to send you to the jail, man.
Yeah, unbelievable. I got, wow. Man, you know where I am now? I'm literally on the beach.
Okay, well, some people would say that's a great place to sleep. You're sleeping on the beach right there in Miami. Beautiful real estate right there.
Yeah, no, it's really, really nice out there.
And wait, man, if you got to go to the bathroom, you just hop in the ocean. Boom, you got a toilet right there. You're ready to go.
I'm really sorry I wasn't here.
I called you, and I kept calling you, and I thought, but what a loser I am. I'm calling this guy up, and he's not answering his phone. I thought maybe your phone had gotten stolen again. I didn't know what had happened, but there you are.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's fine. Try it. It's not your fault, man. Just try it. You don't have anywhere to go. You're not like you're not trying to cause problems, right? You're just trying to live your life.
Oh, hey, Ben, I know you really are a Celtics fan, right?
Well, I'm a long-time Celtic fan, clearly.
Yeah, I know. Good for you. Good for you.
Well, I wanted to win this. The way I look at these things, Weed Man, I'm a Clipper fan, but I look at these things. I don't know. I hate the Celtics. Obviously, I like them because it annoys Laker historians. When the Celtics win, the Laker historians get all upset, and I like that. I like them getting all ruffled and all that. They get annoyed, and they're like, oh, it's not right. So, anyway, can you stay out of jail at least Thursday to Friday? Can you stay out of jail possibly?
Yeah, I'll definitely be here for jokes. And you know, Ben,
If you get arrested, tell the guard, whoever's at the jail, just tell them to have you call in anyway. And just have use the jail phone, okay?
that would work out. That would really work out.
Sure. That'd be fine. How's the food?
Ah, yeah, da, da. Ah, yeah, da, da.
Terrible.
Ah, yeah, da, da.
Pay for it though. It's free.
Ah, da, da.
Well, that's true.
Da,
That's true.
da, da, da. Ah, yeah, 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 da, da, da.
And you know, Ben,
What?
you know, LeBron James, screw him.
Well, you can, I won't. But if you want to, more power to you.
You know,
LeBron James.
he goes to LA, he turns his back on Miami, and it's like,
Hey, wait, man, I gotta tell you, I think you do better homeless in LA. I don't think LA cares about any of the homeless here. They let you do whatever you want. Now, Miami seems to be cracking down on the homeless. I think you should move to LA. They'll give you like a place that
You should come to San Francisco. I'll show you a place to stay. No, you can do whatever you want when you're homeless. You can come here. You can be homeless in San Francisco. I got a piece of paper. I'll just give it to you. It'll have all the information I promised I'd tell you. Ted's house. Ted's house. I like Dexter's Laboratory. HW 97 carbine. Flak 88. I recently cleaned under the bed. How about my gameplay videos? Nobody wants to watch me play games? I'm there, guys. My microphone's on. I'm talking when I play. What do you want? A little face cam this big in the bottom corner? There's no room for me in my game. It's me or my game. What up, cucks? It's the boy that hate it. I'm gonna give you 25-minute reasons Triple H sucks. Ah, I'm just kidding. No, Triple H is the best. Anybody who thinks Triple H sucks is a WCW fan. Like me. Triple H sucks. One crack. Only got one crack. Let me count my likes again, guys. You're not giving me any subs. Are you giving me the likes? Del Papa Francisco. I see there's one like. So, I have a question. How come you waited to leave a like? Oh, thank you. Now we got more than the likes went up, guys. We can have the share logo. You earned the share logo. Sharing. It's okay. Just remember, you build good habits when you hit your next show. When you're trying to watch somebody who has under 1,000 and they're struggling and you're trying to motivate them, I don't need much motivation. I just need a little attention. Yeah, because I am motivated. 2010 was pretty good, pretty bad. My brother cornered me and got pissed at me for not working on my life goals because I didn't have many in 2010. I was kind of just out of it. I don't think I worked a single day in 2010. I know for a fact I probably had $10 all year. Rough year, 2010. Barely remember 2010. My growth has been really good anyways, so I'm not gonna complain. I know plenty of channels I watch that have fucking nobody watching. So yeah, 2010 was a pretty shitty year for me. Don't ask me Joe or Trump because nobody knows who's on the ballot yet. Until you're on the ballot, they don't know what you're running for. You have to wait. Who do I expect? Right now, Trump is gaining momentum. Good for Trump. The Trump voters are like, yeah. You think you get some whatever? Good for you. You think you're about to get something. Most likely, Joe won't even be on the ballot. And it'll be Trump running against Kamala. So why don't you just ask me honestly? It's Trump versus Kamala. It's Trump versus Kamala, bro. It's not Trump and Biden are. They're just two sides of the same coin, bro. I'm pulling up. Shanka. Hey guys, you know what? Then just for prosperity, we're gonna break up. Hey everybody, are you bricked up? And then I'm gonna plug up after. Yeah. I just wanna have a moment with these bricks, bro. My subs need to go up. Subs need to go up, guys. I'm not here. I'm not here to watch the subs stay at the same number. No. Are you bricked up? Are you bricked up? This mustache grows out of my lip. I got a panty on my head. No. You shanked her. They're watching me. Brick up, guys. Let me plug up now. Put your plugs in. Huh? What? Speak up, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me look at every single comment. I'll read every single comment in a row. The very first comment still remaining. TF, the fuck, what the Sigma? I'm right outside your door. Oh mama fo Gutenberg. Google says hello Ted. Somebody asks if I'm good. No, I don't smoke meth. What's going on with the cough furry filter? Well, I might be coughing. I might actually be coughing. Is that an alligator? Serbia lost 1-0. Hey, I wrote down something. Did you see what I wrote down? Did you see what I wrote down in chat? Reality. Reality check. Okay. Famous Ted. That's damn straight. You damn right. Smoke some weed. As long as I don't pay for it. But I warn you, keep your weed to yourself. You're gonna run out. I'm not about saving weed for tomorrow. You want me to smoke? Are you saying you're burning the weed? Then let's burn a lot of it. I ain't about no saving no weed, even if it's yours. So you better hope I don't smoke weed around you, because you won't have any weed left. Okay? Sleep over at Ted's house. Yeah. Don't bring your weed. Leave your weed at home. You go to Diddy's house. Go to Diddy's house. He's got the weed. Somebody. Oh, hello from Morocco. Do I play Roblox? Do a flip. What sort of freakish shit? And it's gone. Where's the body? Where's the body? You look like you're on a list. Are you going to poop? That's you wrote. You guys, you wrote all that. Wow. Cameras. Oh, the camera's in the corner. That's for my safety. That's for my security, guys. I think you should have three cameras on you. I mean, one's not safe. One camera, you could disable it and nobody will know who broke. So 3 cameras, you ain't getting near this shit, bro. We're fortress. I'm in a fortress. It is time to go outside and spend some money. Do you think I'm trying to get some sun? Do you think I'm trying to get? I mean, no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not white enough, guys. I mean, honestly, I wish I never saw the sun a single day. I like to be in the sun about 1 minute a day at most. Maybe I can cross the street twice and that'll be about 20 seconds in the sun, guys. How many earplugs? Yeah, 4 earplugs. Four. Why is the subs not going up, guys? Come on, you gotta hit the subs, guys.
Response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community. Barbara Pulna, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together. They're part. It is the power of love and to rust.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Walking into a building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Pulna, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor
I did it, guys. 1,139 views
Speak out. There are more of us
in 40
together.
minutes.
They're part. It is the power of love and to rust.
So,
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at Love Has
1,139 divided by 41.
and the Ad Council.
Walking into a building for the first time
27 views per minute.
but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Pulna, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together. They're
If you're a victim of the violence, speak out. There's more of us together at Love Has No Labels. Love Has No Labels.
Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Hey, oh, I said I was going to retire. Tell him to stick around for a minute. It's not like Charles is going to go back on his word. We've seen guys retire and retire, and Charles is so bleeping entertaining. He could
And the subject went up. Oh, yeah. Dory. Hey, Dory. Hey, Dory, look, the subs went up. The subs went up at 14:30.
Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Although, it only says that on my side. You guys can't see it.
On Fox Sports Radio.
Call your friend, that's how we do it.
Why did Robert Saleh say it was unexcused? Is it a power dynamic thing? A friction thing? Like, it's the Jets can't do the easy things right. You can blame Saleh. Go ahead. You can blame Aaron. I'm not blaming either. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to be the man, that's like a 24/7 gig. You can't quarterback remotely. And once again, Saleh's up there with the New York press, which is fairly large and relentless. You know, just kind of spitballing it. And yesterday it's like, yeah, he didn't really communicate it with the team, you know, but he communicated it with us. For Saleh to say it was unexcused publicly, and for him to acknowledge that he didn't tell his teammates, that tells you, I don't care what they say publicly,
14:30.
they're getting frustrated.
Yeah, 14:30.
Wow, weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m.
I'm
Pacific.
holding out on me. You been holding out on me? Give it up. Give me some chocho. Polo delicioso. Chulo delicioso.
Let's get weird a little bit now. Late night, check-in, mate. Go check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I'm on a perk 24.
This is an all-day, all-night operation. Oh, man, is it fun? This is Fox Sports Radio, the premier sports lineup.
Dude, there's people who struggle to get up to these kind of subs numbers. I mean, the hater. Take a picture. Take a screenshot, guys. It'll last longer. Kiss man. Man, piece this fuck. I think about Rome every day. Think about Romans, Emperor Trajan, my favorite emperor. I'm definitely a Trajan guy. Hey Dory, come hide what I'm doing.
Robert Pack, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Basketball player from the Trailblazers and others from Donkey Sausage. It's his answer, face down. LeBron James gets by Mallard prop guy Richard Christie.
Whoa, big hit, Dory.
Who else? Face down. Cesar Cedeno gets by Mr. Nice Guy. Astro legend Stuart Skinner.
2006 is a good year.
Well, he's from Edmonton, but that's fine. Hockey's an American sport. More teams in America than Canada. Robbie the Mayor fan says Alec Baldwin is the answer. Who else do we have? Matt, the Warrior winner, Tom Brady roast guy. He got it right. Tyrone Wallace from Rob in Minnesota. Elgin Baylor, guessed by Lawrence. That's his answer. Tarzan from Mark in Santa Monica. NBA legend Connor McDavid from King Rory as his answer. Sticky Finger going with WNBA superstar Caitlin
All my
Clark says
friends,
that's right.
man.
Well, Eddie is
They're
the
Army
WNBA
friends.
player. The mother player? Well, yeah, you could play in the WNBA. If you identify as a woman, I think you could play. Kendrick Lamar going with late night drug tester who's 37. I'm not attracted to women.
It's kind of fun in the modern era to drift away and not be socially restrained by a bunch of lames. The average person, y'all so lame. You're the one not in San Francisco complaining about my show. Uh-oh, I engaged the wrong person. Snitch. Welcome to Snitch Tube. Don't snitch yourself. Don't snitch, bitch. Don't snitch, bitch. I'm a little dehydrated. Yeah. It's 12:50. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't need to drink water. I'll be going out and getting Lime Ricky. I don't need to go out and buy tobacco. I got a whole pack. I got the pack right here. Okay. I never had Shake Shack. You think I'm missing out? I had Fat Burger. I know the difference. The difference is you eat Fat Burger with a fork. I need to pull my hair. Sorry. My secretary at NASA, she was too lazy to exercise her neck. Eventually she couldn't turn her head. How about that Euro? Any predictions for who's going to win the Euro? (1933 to 1945), my grandpa, who raised me, did a bunch of shit. So I just take credit for everything my parents did. Okay? So I was in that World War II. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And I'll do it again. I am so cute, guys. I'm so cute. Just call me babe. I love hot Latinas, bro. I love LA girls. LA girls. LA girls. LA, Holmes, LA Rams, Holmes. Where are you from? I'm from East LA. East LA, man. I was born in East LA, man. I was born in East LA. I'm from East LA. From East, you see, you're not. They're gonna shut your mouth when you start singing that. They're gonna be like, "Don't sing my song." Okay. Yes, Cheech and Chong, East LA. Pasadena is East LA. Technically, Northeast. But guess what? Northeast is East. It's more East than Pittsburgh. Those motherfuckers in Pittsburgh, they think they're in the goddamn North and shit. They couldn't win anything in the East. They were last place in the East until they changed the stand. They've never won a championship in the East. They have no respect. Call me babe. Just call me babe. I don't see any babes in chat. Where are the babes? Dude, show babes. Show babe. Hot Latina, okay, I do. You said babe once. There's a single babe in chat. Thanks. Babe. No, it's babe. Like Ruth, Babe Ruth. See it? They say Babe Ruth had he was part black. He can pass for black. And in 100 years, they're gonna tell you I was black too, because I get keloids. I get keloids, bro. And only black people get keloids. What are you gonna do about it? That's an old myth. Let's see. Yo, bro, I get keloids, bro. You're gonna find out that a lot of black people do have white DNA. Oh, guess what? Abraham Lincoln was a black man. That Andrew Jackson, he was black. According to the new science fiction, this is as accurate as flat Earth or the Roman Empire is also considered fiction at this time. Moon Man, call me the Moon Man. Retard's head. You spelt it with a D-E-D. Thank you. I'll punch my brother if he can't spell that word right. What's the battery on my phone? I have to swipe up to check it. 47%. I should decorate the wall behind me, but simple. I'm a simple man. It looks good as it is. I learned to love it. Inmate suspected of attempted murder escapes from Southern California prison. Be on the lookout. See, I'm not him. See, I'm a law-abiding citizen. There's no cure for mental disease, so your best choice is to not have one. There's no cure, and there's never been a cure for anything. That you can't cure anything, let alone a mental disease. You couldn't cure a common cold. You couldn't cure the flu. You couldn't Hey, there's no vaccine for stupid. So the doctor's not looking. The doctor doesn't care about your intellect level when he's jabbing you with a needle. Okay. The doctor hopes you have no intellect when you're sitting in your underwear, and your rope is open in the back. Okay. My psychiatrist directly forbids me from being in group therapy because I take over group therapy like it's some kind of game. I couldn't sit in a smoking cessation meeting without starting some shit. Lying about how much I smoked yesterday just so I could have a seat. I always smoked nothing yesterday. Yes. God. Oh, thanks, bro. Crow. But don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Let's check my sub counter. 1433. We're up 4 subs. So the counter's just not correct. Be at 1440 by tomorrow. Yeah, God's great. Yeah. All I need is my jacket and my hoodie. Right through my hands. this. I was watching an off-topic show last night. Who watches Off Topic? Okay. Who watches Off Topic? Amen. Hey, yo.
So I got my binoculars out on the three musketeers of the American League. I've got the Mariners, the Rangers, and the Orioles in that order. And while the Yankees have been the pace car of the American League, they are the regular season.
I did it. We had a whole hour. Oh, you watched me for a goddamn hour. How many views do you think I got in 1 hour? Yeah, you.
And Juan Soto, who got off to a great start as a playoff performer for the Washington Nationals back in the day, was a pretty big.
I did type in the Off Topic show, and I did see Ganja King. So people in my show are actually moderating that guy. You know, small world. Ganja King 08 was moderating. Like, oh shit, dude. Hey, that guy's a little more. You're here for the poverty? Good job, because I got that. I got that poverty, baby.
So I got a few messages back, and the messages I got back were like sporting messages. Which there's nothing I love more than my family that doesn't like sports asking me sporting questions. And
I did a whole hour. How many people came by this hour? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? 1,561 views. This is maybe my best hour ever. I'm telling you, I used to go to Long Beach as a kid. Am I older than Snoop Dogg? Double check. Double check. Snoop is 52. He's 4 years older than me. No, he's 5.5 years older than me. Snoop's considerably ahead of me, bang. And everybody who's older than me has stolen from our generation. I don't have friends who are older than me. Stealing from the next generation is probably the most profitable job search. You ain't stealing from the old people. Yeah, good luck getting shit from the Habsburgs. They're still around, but they ain't paying out. Okay, you think Trump's gonna give you the money back? You think Biden's no? Yeah, we're sucking the money out of you. We suck at the idea is to use you all up. That's why I have the mustache, baby. Use you up like orcs. Up like orcs. My favorite part is when the orc's legs hurt. Okay. I Happy Pride Month. What's my gayest fantasy? I don't have any. I can't have an orgasm if there's a man involved. It doesn't happen. I'm not interested in men. Only the woman makes me come back. I'm coming back for nothing. Oh, look at this. Oh, my boyfriend, he's got that honey hole. I ain't coming back. Whoa, I ain't coming back though. Okay. But the woman, she's like, yeah, I'm coming back to that honey hole. The honey hole, honey hole, honey hole. Honey, 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 come and visit me, come and visit. Oh, this is my honey hole. Are you gonna tell me you're the man with the honey hole? Man, forget. Man, Dory's like, what? What? You got it. Dory knows you don't got it because Dory got it. Dory got it like that. You don't got it like that. The honey hole. That's right. She is my honey. She is my hole. Two become one, and one become a whole. Anyway, good response. Russia has nuclear. Nuclear is just water. They have water missiles. Bro, what are you talking about? Could you blow up something that's not nuclear water? That's what nuclear means. It means new, clear, heavy water. And it's only used to cool in what? Gawk, okay, 3,000. I put Dory to sleep. Dory's so happy people came and saw her tonight. I don't want to keep her. She doesn't live in a dungeon, you know. I do have some feminine, I guess, masculine toys around here, but you want the chat, baby? Here we go. Is it, baby? Boy, come on, boy. Little football baby. Chat, baby. That's everybody in chat. This is you. And maybe you want me to hold you. If you're in chat, this is you. Okay. Now you're excited. You ready to hit it? You ready to let me? Ooh, he said let me smash. See, his lips are just like my lips, baby. The green team, the Packers, Eagles, the green team. This doll is older than me. It was in my. I could talk about the army. I could talk about anything you want, guys. But I've always had the football first. Football is first. We know what's number one. We get 105 seasons in the NFL. Your shit show. How many? 25 episodes, seasons of The Simpsons. You can't compete. We got 100 years. 100 years, bitch. And I was born. What was it? Year about 60, and the 60th season, 56th season or some shit like that. They played 55 seasons, 60 before I was born, and I've been through 48 seasons, and I don't have church on Sunday. My God watches football. My God watches the Dallas Cowboys. My God watches Dallas Cowboys, and my boy wakes up for the game. My boy has the Celtics winning. Green bitch. The Bucks already brought it in 2 years ago. Milwaukee Bucks is green. So anyways, yeah. He doesn't get to be on the show as much. It's like bring your child to work day. Bro, this is normal 2024, bro. Cheers. Dutch treat. I'm hitting the Dutch. I don't know what is that. I've never been on bail. I got 2 jaywalking tickets, driving without insurance in Texas 20 years ago. That's the last time I drove. Good hang, guys. Good hang, guys. Yo, guys. From Fort Hood. I'm from Fort Hood, man. Where are the babes? God, that biscuit! My biscuit, this biscuit. Four days in a row, I've had biscuit. I can get you one of those biscuits if you. The person behind me got 3 biscuits. I was like, man, so leave these biscuits. Don't take it all the biscuits. The guy got 3 biscuits. Yeah, clip that. Clip that. How much do I pay my clippers? I don't pay my clippers. Clip that. It's not, you missed it. Clip it again. I don't pay my clippers. Let's go outside. No lighter. Forgot my lighter. I need to shave and get scruffy. Where did the shaman touch you? My breath stinks. Not really. I'm a gamer. Yeah, I should just fucking end the show and start playing my game, because remember, I have my priority list of what's important in my life. NFL football, number 1. United States Army, number 2. Being the greatest gamer of all time, number is 3. I'm the greatest. Check out my gameplay video. I'll see you there. Maybe I can have water in the kitchen. If we have cups out, which odds are low, there's no cups. There's 1 cup. What the fuck? A stranger with a cup. Putting my mouth on that. You know I'm gonna lag out right when my show will automatically kind of restart when I get home. When I'm back within range, you'll see me.